So, some more examples of price action. This is from the more recent moves, start of this year, when we went to 42k on Bitcoin. I will do some examples of other tickers later, like stocks, but let's just stick to Bitcoin. It's doing very, very nice price action. So in the beginning, this might look very hard to understand, but just do it very, very cleanly. So let's start over here. Still uptrend, right? Moving higher, just doing higher lows. Okay. Finally, we lost something. Moved to high. We tried to hold it. Failed. So we failed to hold this range and we wicked lower. This is the 4 hour though. So we probably held the daily, but 4 hour, but we did hold the daily. So we closed below the 4 hour. So we are expecting some sort of reaction here now. And since we already tested these highs, we probably expect a retest of this range. So we do the retest, get a decent move out of it. Then we start going higher, because we already got the reaction. Gave a good trade. Doesn't mean we cannot go higher. So they started to achieve levels on lower time frames and we pumped again. You don't want to short the same level again, especially not right here. But we still didn't know that we would go higher. So they didn't make a new high first, but then they just held the previous resistance, now support, and we went higher. So this short setup played out, and there were a potential long idea here. But let's look at higher first. Okay, so clean up. Now, higher, holding, higher, holding, new high again. This time they are starting to lose levels again, right? We held. It started out first with not holding these highs. Doesn't mean we have to fail, right? We just lose the highs, go down for the high low, and we are still Gucci for higher. Can still go higher. But they end up not going higher. And this is the last try to go higher. They fail. Lose this high swing of the previous high. Reject. And now we break range. We're actually going all the way back to the daily zone. So the daily move to high is around here. Okay, so we lost the 4 hour now. We did do a small cheeky retest here after we lost the 4 hour, but that's just on the way down. So lower, lower, lower. So we still expect some sort of a retest of this range somewhere. Exactly where, right? That's always the hard part. The strongest resistance is around the area we lost that initiated the dump. So, but I would say between here and here, we expect some sort of a retest. We don't know how far this retest will take us, but we are expecting a retest and some sort of a reaction. So we get that one here. This is a wide range to short, so you'll probably go to lower time frames to short it, to find a setup. But you could have ladder in this range, I guess. Right, so this is now the move up for a retest. Can they just blast it? Yes, but the likelihood is some sort of a rejection. And it did happen. And they also, like, this is a separate move. Even though it's a retest, it is a big pump. So now we did lose a local 4 hour here. So that expectation is some sort of reaction here. I guess between this range this high. And the top. Maybe these levels. So somewhere in this range, the hard work is to find an exact zone to take a proper trade. But we are expecting some sort of a retest of this range and at least some move down. So it actually happened twice here, basically same level, and we dumped again. So not very unexpected. Everything here is just pure nice price action. Predicting a valid trade is of course harder than predicting that they will react somewhere. So that's what this series will try to help you to narrow down into to better trades. So let's go to the daily now and see what happened to the daily, because these short setups were very nice. They also gave some good longs here. So let's go to the daily, find the same area. So what happened on the daily here? So this is the same area. It's a bit big candles here, but okay. This is the retest we saw on the 4 hour. See, they haven't lost the daily yet here. No daily lost level. But they did the 4 hour retest here, the big one. Continuation. So this is at least the candle body moved to high. Closed below once. Rejected just the local move to the low here. So retest. Close below again. Note that they never closed 2 dailies on a row. On a row is more bearish than 2 on different times. So, but they did lose the daily. Right, so we still expect some reaction. So this one did play out. So they didn't have to go above this one, but they already did this one. And look what they did locally here. They did achieve a local move to here. And go down to test previous levels they wanted to hold. And local things here. So if you remember the Tesla tweet, like Tesla, I think this was where Tesla said they had bought a lot of Bitcoin. They actually did a daily achievement, a perfect retest before that tweet happened. And we did a perfect daily retest. So they still lost the daily. So we expected a retest. Sure, this could be it, but testing up here was more interesting. And also we had a perfect level around here. This zone is actually also getting, will be important later, this range. So, but they did the daily. So we already had lost the 4 hour and did the retest, right? Now we lost the daily. So did a very good daily retest. Expectation was a reaction, possibly a continuation lower. So we did the retest. Basically did the lower high of the previous retests. But we did hold afterwards. So because we held here and started achieving again, we went higher. So the lost daily did play out, but it didn't give continuation. But it gave a very good 6K move. So very good. And then we went higher. So remember the examples from before? Make new high, make new high. Now we want to hold the high swing. We never want to lose this again. If we do, we'll probably go to the low swing. So somewhere here, maybe even there. Hold this, if not, go down here. This will be important later when we did start to do the bigger dumps. So on the way down here, right, we try to hold high-ish here. Big continuation, didn't hold this range, so we went for low instead. And we never properly achieved this. We tried to close above, but when we didn't hold, right, there is the retest from below this range. Yeah. So this range is still important. And if you look at for the local area here, once we achieved it, this is also the range we retested just recently. We never wanted to lose this once we went above. We did kinda lost it a bit here. So I was looking for a hold of 38 here. Went a little bit lower, had to re-enter, but went higher. We never want to lose this now. If we do, sure, we can still hold the low range, but if we do, we're probably just reject again and go lower. Price action is very pure, so for longs, very good. For shorts, very clean. Lost the high, big dump. This was not necessarily green, red on all exchanges, I think. Made highs, lost the previous highs. So here, made new high, lost the previous high and the moved high. Some sort of a retest, done. Retest the highs of the origin. Hold okay-ish, new high. As before, making a new high doesn't mean we have to go higher. Went higher, tried to hold, didn't hold after retest, dump, and we did a big dump. Lost the daily. Again, we have lost the daily before, so we don't know how deep the retrace will be. But we are expecting some reaction. And if we zoom out a bit to weekly, you will see that this time was a bit different. So, as I said before, like move to high is way down here. Move to the high is way down here. Now it's there, because they made a new high. So we need to lose this to reverse. Now it's here. So since we made a new high after this one, the weekly high swing is not move to high isn't here now. So because we made a new high here and we didn't hold, we lost the weekly, did a retest, and a big dump happened. Lose the high range, and we went back the entire move back to here. So we could of course hold the higher low of the previous one. So we did, but it was just for a retest. And then we did the big dump. So we went back to the next zone, that's here. Some people would say that this is the move to the high and ignore these. So, sure. Okay. Move to the low. The stuff we need to re-achieve is way up here. Big red, all the way here. Doing this move up, and then make a new low, made it easier to achieve. Because now we need to achieve this. And what did we retest when achieving it? Just a high of this and these. Very pure price action. See? Here. Lost the weekly. So we are expecting this setup like this. They did a very, let's call it bearish retest on the weekly. They just tested the low fit instead, so this one only went there. Continuation. Though, in the high time frames, it was just a retrace. So the failure, the retest happened. Now we are good for higher, and if we close above here again, the low can move to the high. Sorry, move to low. So let's say we close above, and even do a pullback. Let's test up here again, maybe. If we achieve very pure price action. Okay, on to the next one. That's it for this video. If you like the content, please give us a thumbs up. If you want to learn about how to get access to free group and one-on-one coaching, make sure you check out our T10 supporters page.